In the film.
Yes.
Introduce your role and the film.
My name's Alexi Neopatidis. I'm one of the two directors of Fire Through Dry Grass. Fire Through Dry Grass is a feature-length documentary about a group of Black and brown disabled artists who live inside a long-term care facility in New York City. And it's about their fight through art and activism to protect their lives and the lives of all of the other long-term care residents during the first year of the COVID lockdown.
So how did the idea come across?
How did the idea come across? Well, I was already friends and mentoring my co-director, Andres J. Molina, before the pandemic happened. He is one of the residents of the long-term care facility, and I was mentoring him in documentary filmmaking from 2019. And when the pandemic hit, they moved someone into his shared room separated by a curtain who had COVID. And he decided that he wanted to make a film about this, needed to make a film about this. And he invited me to co-direct with him. So we started working on this project remotely. Actually, the entire project was done remotely in early April of 2020.
So if there is one takeaway the audience would take out of the film, what would you hope it would be?
I think the one takeaway from this film is that nursing home lives matter, and the people that live inside long-term care facilities should have a seat at the decision-making table where the policies that affect their lives are being made.
So what was the biggest challenge to make this documentary?
Oh, the biggest challenge was that we were making it during the pandemic, and my co-director was going through a really, one of the most traumatic, if not the most traumatic time of his life, as were the other participants in the film. So it was a very delicate balance of trying to record what was going on, but also making sure that everyone was safe. And it was difficult.
So you mentioned mentoring your co-director around. I'd like to ask if you've got what's the most important tip for documentary filmmakers? What's the tip you'd give?
The most important tip that I give to documentary filmmakers, I think, is to be open, to follow the story where it goes. Sometimes you think you have an idea for a documentary, or you think you know what the story is going to be, and then it goes somewhere else, and you have to be open to follow it there.
So in terms of your film, is this the first screening, or have you screened around the world?
No, we had our world premiere in August at Black Star Film Festival. This is our international premiere, which is very exciting.
So how is the audience reception here at the BFI?
I don't know. We haven't had our screening yet. It's on Saturday.
How are you feeling then?
I'm feeling so excited. It's tomorrow. I didn't realize. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
And yeah. So in terms of distribution, are you do you have your deal done?
We have a U.S. distributor. We're going to be broadcast nationally on public television at the end of this month, and we're looking for international distributors. So if you know someone.
Perfect. Cool. So on a closing note, why should someone watch the film?
Why should someone watch the film? I think it's a really important story, and as we're sort of moving on mentally from the pandemic, this is a story that needs to be known, and it's one that hasn't been told yet, and it certainly hasn't been told by the residents themselves of long-term care facilities. And I think as we're writing the history of all of this, it's a really important story to be in the history books, in the history movie database.
This was supposed to be my closing question, but I'll add one more. So, are you open for a biopic about?
Yeah, I think actually the participants would love to work on something like that, on a biopic. They are interested in it.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.